Colmar, France. You'll be enchanted by this fairy tale town even before your feet hit its cobblestone streets. Charm oozes from the romantic canals of Little Venice, as well as the mix of French Gothic, Renaissance, and half-timber Germanic-inspired buildings. We tell you everything you need to know for an epic visit, including prices for what we paid. I'm Judy.
And I'm Kevin. Welcome back to Finding Gina Marie, where we share our lives as full-time travelers and the connections we make along the way.
All right, after a train that got canceled and another one that was delayed an hour and 40 minutes, we finally made it to Colmar.
Unfortunately, we had hoped to have half of a day, and it's 9 o'clock at night now, so it's kind of one of those because we weren't going to be here for very long.
Right.
It's about a 20-minute walk from the train station to the Old Town. We could have taken a taxi, but we'd have missed cutting through the Parc du Champ de Mars and enjoying the brightly lit pavilion full of tango dancers. So it's a bit after 9 o'clock in the evening, and normally we would have probably had an early dinner and we'd be tucked away for the night. But this has actually been a really cool experience to arrive in the evening and find that there's tango and dancing and a bunch of people in the park tonight that I didn't expect. I wouldn't have realized that in this small little town there'd be such a lively evening lifestyle. It's pretty cool.
Park nightlife. Who knew?
And it looks like singles, no problem. They're just having a fun time up there dancing.
All right, gotta come back next time and sign up for dance lessons.
He can dance, I cannot.
Yes, you can. Good job, Colmar.
Colmar is nestled in the heart of northeastern France, just a stone's throw from the borders of Germany and Switzerland. It's flanked by the Vosges Mountains and the Rhine River, making it the perfect gateway to the picturesque Alsace wine route. Being part of this culturally and geographically unique area means that although French is the primary language spoken here, there's also the German dialect of Alsatian. And of course, as a tourist town, there's plenty of English spoken here too. So we're here in picturesque Colmar, France, and it is so much more than what we anticipated it to be.
Not at all uncrowded. This is supposed to be not the bad time of year, but it's pretty crowded already.
Yes, it's so charming. It's a combination of French and German and great food everywhere and picturesque shops everywhere you look.
It was very, very hot when we were here in mid-August, and like most European cities, it was fairly crowded. But that's nothing compared to the Christmas market season, which begins in late November and runs through the end of December. Up to 2 million people visit during the festival season. We recommend visiting during the shoulder season of March to May, or again in September to early November when prices are lower, the weather is milder, and there are fewer crowds.
It was just the menu double, right?
It's called Menu Double. 1 hot drink, bread, butter, jam, croissant, and 1 glass of orange juice.
A little bit of bread for us to start the day. Thank God we got the pan of chocolate to break things up. What a mistake. Delicious mistake, but a mistake.
Yes. We had gone a really long time without butter anywhere. You know, I was surprised that we missed it. So we haven't really had butter like this or bread at all like this, but we're in Paris, or we're in France. So of course, when in France, you need to eat like the French. Right. We'll be walking like the French too. So hopefully that will be an offset.
Yeah. Colmar.
We walk from morning till night nonstop.
Yeah, we walk. Colmar's not that big for this amount of bread.
And this is the only food we eat for 3 days.
I'm afraid it's not. We got a dinner plan tonight. You want outdoor seating? You got outdoor seating. No lack of foods and treats around this place. And where we're dining tonight with our YouTube friends.
Munster cheese originates from this region. I ate cordon bleu of veal with Munster cheese, Spätzle, which on their menu is referred to as Alsatian pasta. Kevin had chicken with Riesling, mushroom sauce, and Spätzle. Rebecca had to try tarte flambée, also known as flammekuche, which is a cross between pizza and a savory tart, typically eaten by rolling it up and eating it without utensils.
I'm very surprised with how much trompe l'oeil is on the various buildings. It adds so much color and depth and interest, but it's still surprising to see so much of it here.
I don't know if we have time for this. Sorry, Judy.
Don't forget the local wines that pair perfectly here, particularly white wines like Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Gris, and Muscat. There also are red wines, primarily made from Pinot Noir. An easy and convenient place for wine tasting is the family-run tasting room at Domaine Martin Jund, located right in the heart of Colmar. On request, you can even tour their wine cellars, which are over a century old. For tastings, they have wine and cheese pairings, chocolate and wine pairings, and more, starting at €12 per person. And if you love the idea of being part of a grape harvest, they have slots available from Monday through Friday between the end of August to the beginning of October for €30 per person, and afterward you can enjoy the pressing and tasting of 4 wines. Enjoy a 30-minute boat ride in the canals here in Little Venice. While you can buy a ticket on the boat for €8 per person, don't be disappointed by waiting until the last minute. Reservations can be made online until the day before departure, but they will book up in peak season. You pay on-site at the departure area at the Saint-Pierre Bridge on Boulevard Saint-Pierre. We'll put a link in the description below. If you have time for only one museum in Colmar, the Musée Unterlinden should be high on your list. It's housed in a beautiful former 13th century Dominican convent, which means the museum itself is a work of art steeped in history. The Isenheim altarpiece is considered one of the most important works of art in France. It hosts a wide range of art from the Middle Ages to the present day. There's also the Musée du Jouet, which is a toy museum spanning 3 floors and which houses over 1,000 toys from antique toys to contemporary. Musée Bartholdi is dedicated to the work of Alsatian sculptor Frédéric Bartholdi, who is best known for designing the Statue of Liberty. The museum is located in the house where the artist was born. We're standing in front of the Cathedral of Colmar, which is technically known as St. Martin's Church. It's referred to as cathedral sometimes because of its grand size and impressive architecture, but it's actually a collegiate church. However, our Airbnb host had mentioned that people just call it the cathedral. It was built between 1235 and 1365, and it's got fabulous Gothic architecture.
Love the gargoyles. They're really pretty impressive. Little flying buttresses going on there. All the good stuff.
And it's free to enter and walk around. Our costs in Colmar were fairly minimal. Our Airbnb for 2 nights was $193.66 or $96.83 per night. Our host was a wealth of information, so consider staying here if you come. We ate a couple of breakfasts at La Brasserie du Musée for $21.27 or $10.64 per person. Our lovely viewers Rebecca and Rick picked up the tab for our dinner at Chez Hanzi. Our train from Lyon to Colmar was $143.51 or $71.76 per person. Our total for 2 nights was $358.44 or $179.22 per person. So our overall cost was $89.61 per person per day.
We could have used at least another day here in Colmar, but
At least.
we didn't have that opportunity. We're headed now back to the train station for a couple of days in Paris. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already subscribed, we'd love for you to do that. And the best compliment that you can give to us is to recommend our videos to your friends and family.
And check out findginamarie.com where you can see articles, more information about us, and our community forum.
Until next time.
Until next time.